Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? The Saints have scheduled a private workout with Temple linebacker Jordan Magee. This is a guy, Jordan Magee, who really emerged after a strong showing at the Combine. And every team, by the way, has a top 30, if you're not familiar. So every NFL team can schedule a pre-draft visit with up to 30 prospects. So it's your top 30, as it's called. And so the Saints are using one of these on Jordan Magee. By the way, the two other teams he's had a top 30 with are the Broncos and the Cowboys. At the Combine, Magee was first in his 10-yard splits. He was third in the broad jump and fourth in the vertical. And you know the Saints love him because he had a relative athletic score of 9.29. Let's go! Come on down, Jordan Magee. I joke because those Peyton Turner and Marcus Davenport, like the Saints fell in love with them because of their high relative athletic score. It's something the Saints put a lot of value in. So don't let that pollute your opinion of Jordan Magee. I don't mean for it to be that way, but it's clear. The Saints have added Willie Gay, and because they added Willie Gay to a room that already has Demario Davis, who's still playing at an all-pro level, and Pete Werner, that's three inside backers. You're not necessarily aching for another player there. And Nephi Sewell, of course, tore his ACL last year and should be back this year and could be a guy that competes. But I wouldn't put linebacker at or near the top of the Saints' needs list. Like, what are the positions you need to address? Consider you've got Demario Davis, who is 35 years old, but as we've talked about with Demario, there's been no drop-off. He has never missed a game due to injury. He missed one game due to COVID, so he's never missed a game due to injury. And this past year, he played at an all-pro level. So you've got Demario Davis. Pete Werner's entering the final year of his rookie deal as well, and Willie Gay's on a one-year deal. So next year, linebacker could become a great position of need. You could lose Pete Werner in free agency. You could choose not to re-sign Willie Gay, and Demario Davis could choose to retire at any point. So next year, yes, I think we'll be talking about linebacker next year the way we're talking about offensive line this year, where you just have a great need for bodies because as many as three of your starting offensive linemen could be gone this year. Depending on what happens with Ramchik's health, Pete's a free agent. Hurst is back, but coming off an injury, took a lesser deal. Is Trevor Penning going to be a starter? I don't know. But next year it could be Demario Davis, depending on how much longer he wants to play. Again, we just mentioned Pete Werner's in the final year of his rookie deal, so he's a free agent after this season. Are you bringing back Pete Werner? And Willie Gay signed a one-year contract. It's a one-year prove-it deal. He's a young veteran, and you'd love for him to play really well, and you sign him and extend him. But next year is the year you're really going to be looking at linebacker. I think the more interesting thing for the Saints right now is when I look at the Saints, they have 8 picks in this year's draft. 8. They have a 1, a 2, 4 fifth-round picks, and 2 sixth-round picks. When the Saints roster was really strong, they weren't making 7 or 8 picks in the draft because they didn't have that many roster spots. When you are winning 4 straight division titles, you just don't have many roster spots available to justify drafting 8 players because you don't have 8 guys that are going to make the team. So the thought was, instead of drafting 8 players, trade up and draft 5 players that could make the team. For example, 2016, You drafted 5 players in 2016. Sheldon Rankins, Michael Thomas, Von Bell, David Onyemata. You took a flyer on Daniel Lasco in round 7, who made the team, by the way. You took 5. All 5 made the team. Like, it was a different approach then. Now, though, it feels like you need all these dudes on rookie contracts. I mean, you picked 7 guys last year, 5 in 2022, 6 in 2021, 4 in 2020, which, by the way, that 2020 draft was Ruiz, Bond, Troutman, and Tommy Stevens. You drafted 4 guys, and they were all disappointments. 5 in 2019, 7 in 2018, and then you go back to 16 and 17. You took 5 guys in 2016 and 7 guys in 2017, and that's how you remade your team. It feels like that's what you're going to have to do this year. You're going to have to pick 7, 8 guys and hope they all make your team so you can sort of hit the reset button with starting caliber players on rookie deals, affordable rookie deals. Look, the other thing worth pointing out, you could argue that 2015 was the worst draft the Saints ever had. They picked 9 guys. They used 9 picks. Andres Pete, Stephon Anthony, Haoli Kikaha, Garrett Grayson, P.J. Williams, Davis Tull, Tyler Davis, and Damian Swan, Marcus Murphy. They drafted 9 players. And they all stunk. So, P.J. Williams made the team and hung around. And Pete's obviously been a starter, but was disappointing as the 14th overall, or 13th overall pick. So, it'll be interesting to see what the Saints' approach is this year. Do they package picks to move up and go quality, or do they try to build new starters in depth, young depth, with quantity? Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.